Houston, we got a problem. There is no more silver. I'm going to dive into what I mean by that. This is not fear mongering. This is not financial advice by any sort of way for you to go and buy silver. I got no link in my description for you to buy any silver, gold, platinum, or Bitcoin, or anything like that. I don't even have a link to buy unicorn fart dust, as Mr. Ron's from Ron's Basement has said that many times on his channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you're not yet subscribed, please help me out. Let's just get into the video. What happened at the coin shop this morning? Well, I'm going to tell you folks, we had 100 Canadian Royal Mint bars in the shop this morning. We're down to 25. No, not just one person bought them. We had several people coming in for a mega run today on 10-ounce Canadian Royal Mint bars. We have more on order. It looks like we're not going to be able to get any more until next Friday. So we have 25 left. I don't think that's going to last a week. I really don't. That's just going to be one more piece of silver that's going to be out of our inventory for about a week. It's going to be about too late to get it on the truck for Tuesday. He's going to try to get it on the truck for Tuesday, but he's saying he's kind of stocked up on the truck now anyways for his Tuesday delivery. He's saying more and more shops are ordering more and more silver. People are buying right now. So with that being said, we did have a customer come in today selling us $200 in face of Franklin's in walking halves. About 100 face each. It was a little bit less. It was like $90 worth of walkings and $110 face of Franklin's. We had about $400 or $500 in face in stock. A little while later, someone bought $150 worth of $50 from us. Like I said, folks, it's going out the door as fast as it's coming in. We are currently paying 24 times face at the shop that I work for. That is high. We are selling for 25 times face. And if people don't realize what times face is, for every $1 in 90% silver, we're paying $24. So 2 halves, we're paying you 24 bucks. Dollars worth of dimes, 10 dimes, we're paying 24 bucks. 4 quarters, we're paying 24 bucks. That is what we are paying at the shop. Yes, you can buy it less. This is why I go out to eBay and buy it for less. We're not going to get into that right this moment. But what I am getting at is if you want some type of silver, I don't care if it's 90%, if it's 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars, Canadian mint stuff, whatever country you want to buy it from, I would highly recommend, if you got the money, go ahead and do it now before the inventory is drying up. Yes, there's plenty. We can say there's silver out there. All right, you can go on. I've said this before. You can go online and buy any type of silver you want for the most part right now. There's a few exceptions out there. Not every bullion dealer is going to have it in stock. I've seen out of stocks. I'll be doing my 90% market watch video tomorrow to see who has what at what prices for you all tomorrow morning. So keep an eye out for that video. I will break everything down on how much it melts for it. And that's always a good video to do on a weekly basis. So you guys can see what's going on out there with the 90% silver. And I enjoy doing those videos very, very much. It's just a lot more work for me to do, but I'm happy to do it for you. So, we are going to, what I am talking about when there's no more silver out there, I'm really talking about the COMEX and the LBMA. Look, they're getting drier and drier every single week. China's buying it up, folks. India is buying the heck out of it right now. You know, when I say it's drying up, and where is the U.S. Mint going to get their blanks from? Where's the Sunshine Mint going to get their blanks? That a lot of their blanks get sold to the U.S. Mint. That is one of the suppliers for the U.S. Mint. If these companies cannot get the blanks, how are you going to make the coins? How are you going to get those 1,000 ounce silver bars from the COMEX or the LBMA when there's no more left? It is drying up. They can paper over it all they want to. Keep issuing paper. Let them play their games for now. Because at the end of the day, there will be no more silver out there. Yes, people will sell. Depending on the area you have, what's going to happen in 2025, I don't know. All right. What I do see happening, we're going to see some crazy stuff in 2025 with the silver and gold prices, I do believe. You know, I had a comment this morning saying I won't buy off of on eBay. That's fine. I'm not trying to recommend eBay to anybody out there. I'm just letting you know what I am doing myself. I think for myself, eBay is a good source to get the silver, especially the 90%, the 40% out there. If you folks are looking at eBay, I'm going to help you guys out because I don't mind any competition. Look at the new listings. Type in what you want. Type in lots. Silver quarter lots. 40% Kenley silver half lots. Use keywords like that. Silver dime lots. Look underneath new listings. Scroll down. You see a deal, grab it then. If you see the deal. But you know what? I always say you can always make an offer too. If they have that listing where you can make an offer, don't be afraid to make a offer lower than what they're asking. Because time after time again, I've gotten stuff that way. And, you know, that's not trying to rip anybody off at all. Look, eBay can be a great place to buy silver. I don't buy gold. I wouldn't really recommend buying gold off of eBay unless it's coming from a good online dealer like ATMEX, like Liberty Coin, stuff like that. Unless the seller has hundreds, thousands of feedbacks and they are in that, and that's all they sell is silver and gold. Maybe then, but on a new person, I wouldn't buy gold. I do take my chances on silver. But you know what? I have had very few episodes where I've had to get eBay involved and to get my stuff. You know, stuff happens. Stuff gets lost in the mail. Sometimes it's not the seller's fault. Sometimes it is the seller's fault. I've said before, I've had a couple fakes come into my way. One of them, I should have known better. The other one was kind of hard to tell. I wouldn't say should have known better on that one. But, you know, one of the Franklin halves, I should have known better. They looked fake to me online, and they turned out to be fake. So why do I have a Bitcoin in here, you know? Yeah, you know, Bitcoin, good. $100,000 for a Bitcoin right now. Well, that's all fine and dandy. But, you know, I'm not for Bitcoin. I don't begrudge anybody who owns Bitcoin. All right. If you want Bitcoin, good. I wish you all the best. You know, I really hope you make some money off of it, but I really hope you get it out before it crashes. You know, we don't know what's going to happen, but how are you going to use it when the power goes out? How are you going to use it, you know, if you lose your phone? How are you going to use it if you lose your password? You know, these are all things we got to keep in mind. You're putting your money onto a computer system that could crash. With real physical gold and silver, it's not, you know, you have it in your own hands. Look, this is not silver. This is not gold. This is made out of clad. That's what I think about Bitcoin. It's junk. All right? I mean, if it sticks to a magnet and it's not real, no, there's no such thing as a real Bitcoin out there where you can physically hold it in your hand. I can put my magnet all over this stuff, and guess what? It's not going to stick. This is all real silver out there. That's just one test you can do with silver and gold is the magnetic test. There's ice tests out there, scale tests, you name it. You don't need a Sigma. People think they need a Sigma to test their silver and gold. No, you really don't. There are home tests you can do. It's the Cheap scales out there on Amazon are going to cost you about 10, 15 bucks. A jeweler's loop is going to cost you about 10 to 15 bucks. Yeah, you can get a little cheaper one than that. You can do the ice test. Put the ice on the silver itself. If it rapidly melts, then you're probably good to go. The scale test, the ice test, the jeweler's loop, if you know what you're doing with the jeweler's loop to begin with. You know, if you know what you're looking for. But if it comes back passing those 3 tests, you should be okay with that, you know. If you're out there yard selling, flea marketing, I know most of the country is cold right now, and you really can't do that. But when spring comes around again, you know, investment of 20, 30, 40 bucks, folks, that might just help you find, you know, not getting scammed out there for silver and gold. Keep your eyes open if you're doing Facebook Marketplace. Make sure you bring those tools with you. And do it in a safe location. Even if you got to go to the local police station to do that trade. You know, that's what the parking lot's there for too. To help protect you and the buyer as well. You know, you could probably even go inside the lobby of the police station. You know, some of them even have sit-down tables where people can make exchanges right there at the police station. So, I mean, it's all about how you want to handle it. I always recommend your local coin shops, local coin shows. Don't forget about your auctions, folks. Keep an eye out on, you know, type in your local auctions if you have local auctions. That's another good place to pick up some cheaper silver out there in the marketplace. Because you know what? You never know who's going to show up at the auction, and you might get some silver, maybe even some gold at a cheaper price than you could out there with the market. But, you know, before you bid on it, I would actually test it. Test it and see if you can get it in your hands and test the silver and gold so you know it's real too at an auction house. Pawn shops, they can be a little bit high, okay? People say pawn shops rip you off. Well, then if you feel that way, then you don't have to sell to the pawn shops out there. They're not trying to rip you off. They made you an offer. If you take the offer, then you might be getting ripped off from a pawn shop. Pawn shops out there to make money too, yes. You know, pawn shops do pay a lot lower. Some of them do. Some of them pay up pretty well. It just depends on the area you live in. So yes, I do believe we're going to see silver and gold doing very well in 2025. Nobody knows the future. Okay, nobody knows the future. I'm going to say that again. Nobody knows the future, folks. I don't have a crystal ball. So I can only tell you what's going on at the shop that I work for. And it is steady. People are still selling. All right, I don't want to mislead anybody with that. People are still selling out there. And I think people will always be selling silver and gold. But at some point, the ones that are stacking, and if we can get more people to stack silver and gold, it's going to be less supply out there on the marketplace. And I've said before in my videos, I don't want to see it happen in 2023 again. But I think when we couldn't get silver and gold, it was wiped out, basically wiped out for about 6 to 8 weeks. I don't want to see that happening again, but I'm afraid that's going to happen sooner or later. What I am stacking, then I'm going to let you go. What I am stacking, once again, I am going full-blown as much as I can afford to on 90% junk silver, Constitution silver, whatever you want to call it. And I'm also looking for the 40% silver Kenley halves. Those I try to get under melt. If I'm not going to get them under melt, I'm not buying them at that time. It's not easy out there sometimes on eBay. Sometimes I go 2 or 3 days without buying something. I've not even looked on eBay today yet. All right? So I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball already on that. People always listening at different times a day. You might want to check couple times a day, 3-4 times a day. If you're not, it takes 5 minutes to look up the stuff. If you got the time to do it, I highly recommend it. And if you're really that cautious about buying on eBay, folks, watch some eBay videos here on YouTube. They will walk you through the steps. If you have an issue or you have questions about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. My email is always in the description of every single video. I thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll be back in the morning with your 90% silver market watch for this week. Until then, I hope you folks have a good day. CoinShop Chris is now out.